Hello and welcome to a very special bonus episode of My Hollywood Story. I'm Stacey Wilson Hunt. Our final special episode recording from Season 1 features actor, producer, and director David Oyelowo, whom I welcomed to the show last May. David is someone I've known professionally and personally for more than a decade, so I was so thrilled to speak to him in front of a packed audience at Neue House Hollywood. After our interview, he was kind enough to stick around for a couple of very excellent questions from his fans. Our first question came from a woman who was eager to find out. Has David ever been filming something, whether a movie or a TV series, and had that feeling of, quote, wow, this is going to be amazing? Is it possible to ever know how something is going to turn out, she asked. I love that this question served as a prompt of sorts for David to not only explore one of his favorite experiences he had making a movie, one that he says sadly wasn't embraced by critics, and also he talks about his approach to marketing his Paramount Plus lifelong passion project, Bass Reeves. Have a listen.
Yeah, sometimes the more fun you're having, the more likelihood that the film isn't going to be very good. Is the reality. You had all the fun that the audience should be having. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this isn't fair to say because I really loved how the film turned out, but I had so much fun with Kaylee Cuoco on a film called Role Play that I did. It was just, I mean, she is so funny, such a transcendent human being. And I love the movie, but not as many people as I would.
I too enjoyed it.
Thank you. But not as many people as I would like enjoyed the movie, and so that was a case in point. So I don't know if it rings true, if I'm totally honest. More often than not, though, you just don't know. You just don't know. I mean, it's best efforts, and I've done things that have had outsized success more often than not. The hardest thing, and I try to be one of those people who doesn't read reviews. And one of the tricky things is when you're a producer, and you're going, listen, like we need to know if this thing is working or not. And then if people just don't get what you tried to do, or you get that one big review that a lot of people are going to see, and you think, oh, how is that going to affect it's just so hard. It's just so hard that sometimes you feel like the success of what you're doing is tied to a very small group of people's opinion as well, which may be true, sometimes isn't. So I don't know if I answered your question, but yeah, I've had the gamut, which is a blessing.
Also, when you're an actor, when you're just an actor, you can always blame the director and the
Correct.
Producer if it doesn't turn out.
Correct.
That's the curse of producing.
It is. It is. Yeah, and I kind of wish I didn't feel the need to produce, but it's the only way I have found to have things exist that didn't before. You mentioned earlier about my younger self. Like, Bass Reeves is a gift to my 12-year-old self. Like, I wish I had seen a black man on a white horse. Like, literally, if you see the poster for Bass Reeves, that is my daydream come to life. I said to them, while we were shooting, I kept on going off and learning to rear a horse because I was like, because we are getting that picture, and I'm not having it be CG. I'm literally gonna do it. There's a whole video you can find online of me getting to do that moment. They brought me all these other things, like me with a cowboy hat with my head tilted down. I was like, you are gonna see my face, and it's gonna be on a white horse, and it's gonna be me rearing it. That is for David,
I love that
age
you stuck
12.
to that.
Oh, yeah.
Our second question came from a woman who wondered, with everything David has achieved, what does he still dream of accomplishing as an artist? I really love David's answer here, as it reflects his undying commitment to telling stories for a global audience.
Thank you for that. My big dream, what I feel all of this is a foundation for, is my desire to be a part of African storytelling. Because growing up in Nigeria and hearing those stories and being part, this is the irony actually, Nigeria is such a storytelling culture. It's the third biggest film industry in the world, Nollywood.
So many Nigerian artists in Hollywood now.
Correct.
Nigerian American artists.
Correct.
Which is so cool.
Correct. It's a huge storytelling culture. And in a world where we are sort of having this pile of unoriginal stories fed to us, there is such a rich vein of storytelling in Africa. And I feel like there's a gold rush coming, which I want to be a part of stories coming out of that continent that are going to redefine what storytelling looks like. And I feel like we're coming into a moment where production value, appetite, distribution, excellence in artistry are all coming together to make that a possibility. And so that's the thing that I grew up in the UK, lived in Nigeria, lived for 18 years here in America. You know, the Europe and America are at the forefront of global storytelling, you could argue. But as things become more and more decentralized when it comes to Hollywood, or the lack thereof, to be perfectly frank, that's the thing that I'm deeply, deeply passionate about and want to help build.
We hope you enjoyed this special installment of My Hollywood Story. On a bittersweet note, our venue partner Noya House announced on September 3rd that it's closing its doors for good, both in New York and Los Angeles. We are so grateful for their support in giving My Hollywood Story such a welcoming home for Season 1. Please stay tuned for details about upcoming episodes and brand new interviews coming your way very soon. As always, thank you so much for listening. My Hollywood Story is a production of Hippolyta Films and Entertainment. It is produced by me, Stacey Wilson Hunt, along with Sonia Slutsky and Wendy Green. Series producers also include Daryl Young and Janet Grayson. Our sound mixer is Luke Tierney, with camera by Ramiro Cantu. My Hollywood Story is edited by Nathaniel Wixon, with original music by Madi Gabriel and Jenny Carr of Moon and Star. Our logo design is by Brad Mitchell. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Champion Turf. My Hollywood Story is sponsored by Mattel Films and recorded at Noya House Hollywood. If you like what you hear, give us a follow, leave a review, and let us know what you think.